Hey everybody, we're the Sooy Snackers and we are at Coronado Springs Resort, and we're going to try what I would call some of the unsung heroes of Disney World. I think Coronado is a resort that a lot of people don't think to come to stay at, and eat food at. So we're going to try a couple of places at Coronado Springs for our viewers today. So what's the first one we're trying today, Gavin?
We're going to Three Bridges at Via del Lago.
Excellent.
Alright, so we are here at Three Bridges, and I got the prickly parrot tail limonade. So I'm giving it a try here.
While he's trying that, I'm just going to explain what we got. Beth and I got the Sangria Flight, which includes the Espumoso Sangria, the Rosado, which is a rosé sangria, the Blanco, which is the white sangria, and the Tinto, which is a red sangria. What do you think of yours?
It's really good. It's not super sickly sweet like every non-alcoholic drink is, so it's just like a good kind of balanced drink.
Excellent. So we'll be back, we'll try these sangrias, and we'll give you a report on those after we give them a try. Okay, so I tried all 4 sangrias. I think my favorite is going to be the Tinto, which is the red sangria. For me, the close second is the Espumoso, which is like a sparkling white. It's not a champagne, but it is a very light and refreshing white sangria. The Blanco sangria, which is actually just a white sangria, is one of their most popular, but it's actually in 3rd place for me. And the rosé sangria is actually last place for me because it has gin in it, and I like gin, but I don't really like gin in a sangria. So that's sort of my ranking of those. So next up, we're going to try wings. So let's give these a shot. I kind of like that.
Bit peppery. Almost a little bit sweet too.
Yeah. So these are the Szechuan peppercorn wings. They have toasted sesame seeds on them. It's almost like a teriyaki-ish honey glaze, but it's very light. It's not real like punchy in the face with the teriyaki or the Szechuan flavors. I kind of like it. It's like a good grilled wing. It's not like a fried wing. Very light and easy to eat. I think that would please most people at the table.
That is very good.
Should we try some of the chips?
Yes.
Okay.
Which one do you want to go for?
Let's try the roasted corn dip. So this is the roasted corn dip. And our waitress described this as if you took a Mexican corn cob, cut it off, and made a dip out of it. So let's see how close that is. Wow.
Oh.
That is honestly the best way to describe that. It's just like Mexican corn that you cut off the cob, made into a creamy dip, put it on a chip.
A little bit peppery.
Yeah, a little
Okay.
peppery, a little bit of lime on there too. I'm getting lime. There's some really good flavors in that corn dip. I really like that.
Yeah, I'm very surprised.
Let's try the next one.
This is queso, I believe.
Yeah, it's a type of, it's a basically like a chorizo pepper queso. This is also a $14 appetizer at the Three Bridges. Let's see if we can see that on camera. Also very good. Chorizo has a nice kick to it.
Nice creamy cheese.
Yeah, that's a really
so
good one.
good.
I think the surprise one for me is the roasted corn dip.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
I highly agree with you there.
I would recommend any of these, but if you have to pick one, I'd actually probably try the corn dip.
Yep.
Which is the one that I was least excited about. So
Yeah.
that's our appetizers here.
Yep.
All right, more to come.
All right, so we are back here at Three Bridges at Via Del Lago, and we got the churros. So they come with some like sort of special sugar and a chocolate sauce. So we'll give them a try here. Oh, that is so good. It's like it's not super sweet, but I'm at a loss for words. It's so good. It's so flaky. It's just perfect. Like, yeah, it is amazing.
So our waitress said that this is the best churro on property. What do you think so far?
I think it lives up to that. It is very good.
Okay.
So we'll be back with more.
All right, so the final wrap-up of Three Bridges at Via Del Lago. What'd you think, bud?
It was really good. I think it's like it's a hidden gem, definitely. Like, the food is so good. Like, people just don't go there enough, and it's very overlooked.
Yeah, this is definitely a must-try. I mean, if you look at this background behind us, it almost looks fake. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous place to eat at. I mean, this resort is just beautiful, and to have a meal in the middle of a pond or a lake with this sort of ambiance around you, this is amazing. This is better than most places at Disney World,
Yeah.
I would say. The food was on point. Our server was amazing, right? She had great recommendations. What was the best thing you think she recommended for us?
Probably the corn dip or the churros.
Corn dip and the churros. The corn dip, we weren't even going to order it, and she recommended it as trying that in addition to what we had ordered, and that was probably by far the best thing we tried at this restaurant. What do you think?
I'm a sucker for sweets, so I like the churros.
Yeah, the churros were really good too, so I would definitely give this a look. If you're anywhere near Coronado Springs, try the Three Bridges for sure. Would you agree?
Yep, I would definitely agree.
Awesome. Okay, well, we'll be back with more from Coronado Springs. Okay, and we're ready for our next installment of the Unsung Heroes of Coronado Springs. So tell them where we're at tonight, pal.
We are at Toledo.
Toledo, super excited. We've heard this is an amazing restaurant, so we'll let you know what we think, and we'll be back with more. Okay, and so for drinks, what did we get?
I got the Pancha de Frutas.
Pancha de Frutas, and I ordered the Manhattan off of the menu, so let's give them a try. Oh wow. So the Manhattan is not as strong as you would think of as a Manhattan. It's got like a sweet maple syrup in it almost, which sort of sweetens it up, and it sort of reduces the harshness of the bourbon in there. It's a fabulous drink. It's actually a really easy drinking Manhattan, which is not something I say often. How is yours, bud?
Mine is pretty good. It's a little sweet. It's not
Okay.
too sweet, but it's more tart than anything. So if you don't like tartness, don't get this. But I like tart, so.
What if you like super sweet? Would you say get that if you like super sweet?
If you like super sweet, get something else.
Okay, that's fair.
This isn't super sweet, so.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like the tartness overpowers anything.
What type of flavors are you getting out of it? Is it like blackberry or?
It's definitely fruity, like a bunch of different tropical fruits, I'd say.
Nice. Okay, so his is more fruity, mine is more mapley. I really enjoy mine. I would definitely order that again as a beginning cocktail. Okay, so for our appetizer, I wanted to try the charred octopus. So I'm going to give that a shot quick. Oh man, you gotta give that a try.
Alright.
I won't steer you wrong. So for the non-seafood lovers, it kind of tastes like lobster. It's got like the texture of lobster. It's not chewy like octopus can be or squid can be. To me, it's beautifully grilled. There's like a sort of like a tomato sauce with it almost, which I think is very flavorful. What's your honest opinion?
It's pretty good.
Really? Okay. So I wasn't sure from your initial reaction if you thought it was good or not. You think it's good?
To be honest, it almost tastes like pasta to me.
Like pasta? Yeah, that sauce has got some sort of like tomato base in there, yeah.
It's really good though.
But like the texture is not off-putting at all. I know a lot of people think about like squid or octopus and it's like chewy and seafoody, fishy.
Tastes like chicken.
I think it's more like a very well-cooked lobster, like a lobster that wasn't overcooked. The texture's on point. It's not fishy. The tomato sauce is a great accompaniment to it. I would definitely try that.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we'll be back with our entrees.
Alrighty, the entrees are here. It's time to try them. So what'd you get?
So I got the marinated hanger steak, and what did you pick?
I got the filet of beef.
Okay, so we'll give them a try. We also got a side of Brussels sprouts that I'm going to give a try as well. Cheers.
Cheers. That's good.
Yeah?
Seasoned to perfection. Nice and juicy on the inside. Nice and pink. It's so tender. Like butter knife tender.
Oh boy.
It's so good.
Try a piece of the
Alright,
hanger steak.
you go for a piece of mine here. This one seems fattier than this one.
So, my first take on the hanger steak. Hanger steak's typically a chewier cut of meat. The marinated flavor of this, I think, really comes through. It's definitely going to be more chewy than a filet, but to me, it's a delicious marinated flavor. Oh wow, that filet is just super tender. I mean, it literally falls apart in your mouth as you're eating it. That is really good, the filet. What are your thoughts on the hanger steak?
Definitely chewier,
Yeah.
not as tenderized.
Yep.
But overall, it's a good flavor on that.
Yeah, I really like the flavor of the hanger steak. If you want a super tender filet, don't order the hanger steak.
No.
Get the filet, because the way that they cook the filet is like perfect. It's so tender. I also tried the Brussels sprouts here, which are honestly amazing. I don't know that I've had a better Brussels sprout on property, and those are bold words. We've had Brussels sprouts at many places here, and those are really good. They have sort of like a honey flavor to them. I'm not sure how else to really explain it. It's got like a sweet, like oven roasted flavor to it, which is just really good. They know how to cook a Brussels sprout. They definitely know how to cook a filet. So that's our initial take on the entrees, and we'll be back with a review later. Okay, so now for the final wrap up of our meal here at Toledo at Coronado Springs Resort. So what did you think of your meal?
It was so good. My steak was so like tender and juicy, seasoned to perfection. It was so good.
Yeah, the hanger steak was also typically, again, I can't say this enough, hanger steak is typically a super chewy cut of steak. That steak was marinated so well and cooked so perfectly that you almost forgot it was a hanger steak. There were certain bites of that steak that nearly cut like a filet. I say nearly, that filet was unbelievable. We did try each other's steak. Flavors of the hanger steak were bomb. The filet was like just unreal. I don't think we've had a filet that good on property anywhere else. Can you think of somewhere else we have?
I like my Steakhouse 71 filet.
You like Steakhouse 71, okay. So I still think that this one really ranks high on the level of fillets.
It's probably a close second to steakhouse.
And again, for a restaurant that most people don't think to go to, most people don't think to come to Coronado Springs. They don't think to go to Toledo and some of the other great places to eat here. And that was a killer meal. The Brussels sprouts were good. The steaks, both of them were unreal. They were so good. The drinks were phenomenal. Your drink was pretty good too. I know like it's not like a super sweet and not super sour, but it's nice to have that sort of middle ground type of drink where it's not just a kiddie drink that's like soda and sweet, and so that was kind of neat.
Also, let's talk about the views for a second.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Good point, dude.
The views were like views on views. You cannot beat them. The only bad thing is it was thunderstorming for all of our meal, so we didn't get to see any of the Epcot and Hollywood fireworks.
Right, so normally you'd be able to get a somewhat limited view of the Epcot fireworks. You definitely see Hollywood Studios, the beacon on the Tower of Terror. Unfortunately for us tonight it stormed, so we didn't get to see all that.
Yeah.
But the views, we were sitting right at a window, and the views, like you could see Tower of Terror, no problem. So
Yeah.
Epcot's a little bit of a broken view, but you would certainly see fireworks if they were going off tonight.
And the bad part is we had the perfect view too. Like we could see them both clearly.
Yeah, we had the perfect view and did not get to see fireworks. But again, you know, Coronado Springs, Toledo, Unsung Hero.
It was so good.
Because of the views, the potential fireworks views if it's not storming, right? The food, the drinks, the ambiance. That place was pretty cool.
It was.
It had the
colored
light
ceiling.
Yeah, the light up ceiling. It changes colors through the night. It's just very like Spanish influenced. It's a very well themed restaurant, but it's not over the top with like the characters and all that stuff too. Just, you know,
it's almost like a good escape from Disney in Disney, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'd give you that. Definitely a great place to check out though. So tomorrow morning we're going to check out Barcelona, do a little breakfast here at Coronado Springs, and then we'll pull it all together and talk about all three at the same time then.
All right.
We'll see you tomorrow morning.
All right, so we are back here in the morning going to Barcelona Lounge for the last installment of our Unsung Heroes at Coronado. So let's get going.
All right, so the first thing we're going to try at Barcelona is our food. It's ready, it's here, let's give it a shot. So I ordered the burrito. What did you get?
I got the egg and cheese on a croissant.
Sounds good. Cheers.
Cheers.
Come closer to me. So the burrito has egg, potatoes, and like a ground up chorizo in there. It's very flavorful. It comes with this nice sauce, which just gives it a little more flavor. I really like the sauce on there. I would highly recommend trying this. It's different than normal breakfast burritos with sort of the Spanish flavors that are influenced in here. So how about yours, bud?
Mine is really good. It is fairly standard, but the eggs are nice and fluffy, nice and cheesy. It's just an overall good breakfast sandwich.
How's the croissant?
The croissant is nice and flaky.
Nice and flaky, good buttery flavor?
Yeah, very good.
Awesome. All right, well, we'll be back with our drinks in just a moment, and we'll give you a review on those. Okay, and we're back at Barcelona. We have our coffee drinks. So what did you order, bud?
I got the Bonbon, which has espresso and sweetened condensed milk in it.
Okay, and I got the Gibraltar, which is just a grande cortado. The cortado is espresso and steamed milk. So let's give them a try. Ooh, very good.
Yes, very, very good. Mine is like, it's not super sweet like most Disney coffees are, but it has like a nice, like, balanced coffee to sweetness ratio. So it's overall really good.
Nice. Yeah, the Gibraltar, great espresso. The steamed milk, obviously zero sweetness in mine. If you're a coffee drinker, you'll like that. Something important to note when you order coffee at Barcelona is that you're not going to get a full American cup of coffee here. This is Spanish coffee. It's very strong, so they only fill the cup about a third of the way, actually. So when you get it, don't be surprised if you don't get a full cup of coffee, because that's not what you're ordering here. So in addition to the Gibraltar, I also ordered the Barraquito, and this one has a little bit of alcohol in it. So this one has the Liqueur 43, the espresso, sweetened condensed milk, foamed milk, and a little bit of lemon zest on it. So I'll give that a try. Oh my, that's fantastic. So if you're feeling a little spicy and you want some alcohol for breakfast, the Barraquito is the way to go. This is a fantastic morning coffee drink. I really like that. I don't know what Liqueur 43 is, but it's very good. It's not super strong. It's just like a hint of alcohol in there. So overall, some great food here at Barcelona.
Definitely.
Yeah.
This is a must try.
Must try. So we went to Three Bridges at Via del Lago. Where else did we go for dinner?
Toledo.
Toledo for dinner. And for breakfast?
Barcelona Lounge.
Barcelona. Almost a perfect day at Coronado could be checking out all of the sort of different eateries here, different restaurants, not just your normal quick service places, right? So breakfast at Barcelona, lunch at Three Bridges, dinner at Toledo. That could be a perfect day at Coronado. It could be a lot of food, but it could be a perfect day. So in the order that we went in, so we went to Three Bridges first. So let's talk about Three Bridges.
All right.
What did you like about that place?
I love that corn salsa dip. It was so good.
And the churros, I think, were...
Oh yeah, the churros.
Yeah, how could you forget the churros? Those were like
Yeah.
killer. Probably, possibly the best churros on site at Walt Disney World, but that'll be remain to be seen there. So, I like the ambiance there. The place is right in the middle of a pond, basically. It's in the middle of the lake here, and it's open air, so you get the fresh air coming in. It actually rained while we were there, and we didn't even know it, other than to look out and see it hitting the water. The way it's covered is just perfect. So I like the open airness of it, and it's a hot day, but it's still cool and refreshing to sit inside of that building. So let's talk about dinner at Toledo.
Yes, Toledo.
So what did you like about Toledo?
The views.
The views,
The
yeah.
views were amazing. They were killer. Like
Yeah.
you could see Hollywood Studios, all of it, and you could see most of Epcot. So it was just views on views.
Right, and had the fireworks gone off while we were there, we would have had a pretty good view of the fireworks. We actually had a table right by the window, which was perfect. We could see Tower of Terror dead on from where we sat, and then Epcot was sort of off to the left, but we would have seen most of the fireworks had they gone off. Now it stormed that night, so we didn't get to see the fireworks, but
That was cool.
the views could be killer for that. Let's talk about the food.
The food.
So what did you like about the food there? What was maybe a surprise to you food-wise there?
Probably the octopus or the Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, both of those are pretty good. The octopus it's like to me it was like a very lobstery texture. It wasn't real fishy. It was a charred or like a grilled finish on it. It was really good, and the sauces that were in there with it, there was like a green, almost like a chimichurri, and sort of a red sauce in there, like a tomatoey red sauce. Very Spanish flavors, which again is why we're here at Coronado. That's what you're getting here, is the Spanish influence on these great food items. So the wine is killer there. The drinks were fantastic. I had a wonderful Manhattan there. That's probably my surprise there, was the Manhattan. I was shocked at how much I like that. Manhattans can be very strong sometimes. This one had like a maple syrup flavor infused in it, and it gave it a little bit of sweetness, so it wasn't such a harsh drink like Manhattans can be. That was fantastic. Absolutely love Toledo. I'd highly recommend it, and for the price, for what you're getting there for the price, you're eating, at a signature dining level for, more of a moderate price in my eyes. It really was a very reasonable meal for what we got there. Speaking of reasonable meals, let's talk about breakfast.
Yes.
All right, so breakfast at Barcelona. Again, I think people don't think to eat at a lounge for breakfast. Barcelona is a lounge. It's a bar.
Yeah.
They serve cocktails in the evening and in the nighttime. Most people think of Barcelona for getting cocktails. They serve a fantastic breakfast, probably better than any quick service on property.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
I would agree with that.
So what'd you like about Barcelona?
I just love the the styling, the ambiance, it was just so nice in there. Like you almost forget you're in Disneyland and like you're in a Spanish town. It's so good.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, the ambiance is what this is all about. And let's not forget, Coronado is a moderate resort. This is not a deluxe resort. Now, they do have club level in the Grand Destino Tower, so you do get some of that deluxe feel, probably because of that. It's also a convention center. So again, it's going to be a little elevated because it's a convention center, but the feel is just amazing here. It feels like a deluxe resort, even though it's only a moderate. So Barcelona breakfast, coffee drinks.
We're so good.
Amazing, right? Some of the best coffee. We like our coffee.
We do like our coffee.
We like Starbucks. We like Joffrey's. Barcelona, it's
on top.
Step above. It really is. It's great coffee. The food, right? So I got a burrito.
I got the croissant breakfast sandwich.
Right. So the burrito, very Spanish flavors again, which is what's nice. It's not the standard just egg, cheese, potato, sausage, or bacon, right? This had chorizo in it, and it had this nice little Mexican red sauce that went with it, which was fantastic. It just gives you a little bit of Spanish influence, and this is not like over-the-top spicy stuff. I mean, you're 12 years old, you tried it, very eatable, right?
It was really good.
Yeah, not spicy, just good flavors to it. So, again, it's a must-try. You should really try Barcelona for breakfast at some point. Don't just stick with the normal quick serves. This is a must try.
It is.
I think all these restaurants are must tries here.
They definitely are. At least once.
Yeah. So if you're staying at Coronado, absolutely go to these places. Even if you're not staying at Coronado, take a bus over. Take Disney transportation. Come over and try these restaurants. I don't think you'll be disappointed.
No, you will not be.
So that concludes our final wrap up of the Unsung Heroes of Coronado. We highly recommend you give them a try.
Yeah, they're all so good.
All right, thanks for watching. And if you like what you see, what should they do?
Like, subscribe, and make sure you turn on those notifications so you get notified every time we upload.
We'll catch you on the next one. Bye. What are your thoughts of this eatery? I don't like the word eatery. So our waitress had great recommendations. The churros were on point. They were so good. Make sure you ask for Abby when you go. Except she's going to be over at Tony's. So you're going to have to film it again.
Alright, so we got the churros here. And these are like, restart that.
Okay, so now for our next installment of the Unsung Heroes at Coronado Springs. What do we have?
We are at Toledo.
We are. I don't know what to do with my hands. All right, the entrees.
It's not connected.